Facebook has appealed versus a penalty superimposed on it by the UK's information guard dog following the Cambridge Analytica fracas. The public web says how, since the controller found no testimony how UK users' private information had been shared improperly, the £500,000 fine was undue. Recent monthly, the guard dog told Facebook's fail to do appropriate checks on apps and developers amounted to a severe violation of the Act. It has recognized the circulation. Though was the recent day on that the U.S. company could problem the data commissars governing. The case branches of the opening how in academia at the College of Cambridge, Dr. Alexander Kogan, utilized a identity quiz show to harvesting up to 87 millionth Facebook users' detailed information. Several of the was later shared in the policy consulting Cambridge Analytica, that utilized it to goal policy advertisement in the U.S. But Cambridge Analytica told it had just always licensed information identity to on 30 millionth human beings, and a censor by the Data Commissar's Office Space found no testimony how UK countrymen were amongst them. This ICO's inquiry stemmed of concerns how UK countrymen information may include been impacted by Cambridge Analytica, yet they now include affirmed how they include found no testimony to propose how data of Facebook users in the UK was always shared by Dr. Kogan in Cambridge Analytica, or utilized by its related organizations in the Brexit plebiscite, told a declaration of Facebook's attorney Anna Benkert. Thus, the mandrel of the ICO's reason no much longer relates to the events comprising Cambridge Analytica. Instead of, their argument challenges several of the main principles of how human beings should be permitted to stake data on the internet, in implications that go far for fair Facebook. That is why we include selected to circulation. To sample, by the ICO's theoretical human beings should not be permitted to striker an electronic mail or communication out of possessing treaty of every man on the unique filament. These are things made by millions of human beings each day on services through the web. That is why we trust the ICO's judgment raises essential questions of concept for everyone on the internet that should be deliberate by an unbiased trial relying on all the pertinent testimony. And freelance flesh, named as a general regulating camera court, will believe the problem. If it is unfortunate in the judgment, Facebook can later get the instance to the trial of circulation. All organization given in a cash fine note by the data commissar has the order to circulation the judgment to the at first tier court, told a representative for the ICO. This development of any circulation is a question for the court. We include not yet been informed by the court how and circulation has been acquired. The circulation risks pulling out in case how has undermined the social and political community confidence in Facebook. The ICO has himself marked how the £500,000 penalty would be considerably high had the EU's General Information Protect regulatory been in strength over. The Go has no, yet, modified head execution. Mark Zuckerberg's reason on rejection and invite to be crucifix examined by MPs. Facebook's judgment to circulation versus the penalty is a go how Sir Humphrey, the civilian man in Yes Secretary, would explain as courageous. At a period while the public print company is by flame and charged of with quirky tactic to fight its critics, collecting a struggle in the UK controller above and question that was start to wither in the backdrop seems foolish. Following all, the public print gigantic admits how it got a entire lot of things incorrect in the Cambridge Analytica case, in special enabling the information of friends of human beings who took portion in a identity quiz show to be cleared. But Facebook feels how the Data Commissar's Office Space excited the goalposts half via its inquiry, decisive how 1 millionth UK users had incurred damage and later conclusion how the investigator Dr. Alexander Kogan did not undergo their information onto Cambridge Analytica. Several information protect expert believe the business has a spot. Mark Zuckerberg and his business seem established to struggle behind versus which they see as a corrupted trial, but the circulation is a gambling. The stakes are as well top for the data commissar Elizabeth Denham. She done the extraordinary judgment to go social in her intent to levy a penalty up reception representations of the business. If Facebook's circulation succeeds, her credibility as a controller will be severely undermined.